Guys, welcome. It is NFL Week 8, and it's your version of Gimme Props. I'm your host, Luke Shuey, a.k.a. the Prop Master, here to crush the books, give you free picks on every single game, and show you how to dominate the prop market, which has value every single week. We got a little bit of everything in this show. We got straight bets, parlays, ride or dies, best bets, and even maybe a challenge, a beer shower. Find out more. We saved the biggest game for last. My Green Bay Packers at the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Aaron Rodgers. So stick around for that. But so much more to come on this week's version of NFL Week 8. Gimme props. And I just want to start with where was I right? Where was I wrong? We like to be transparent here. Start with where was I wrong? Man, Jackson Dart, he's a gamer. I said take his under. He proved to me in Mile High why I'm no longer on the fade Jackson Dart train. He's showing why he's New York Giants franchise quarterback here to stay. I was wrong on him. Somehow the Broncos still won that game. That's neither here nor there. Where was I right? We smashed a bunch of plays last week. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. We had a parlay that paid out plus 150 odds. We smashed the unders of Tua, Dylan Gabriel, and the Dolphins and Browns. If you parlayed those, it paid over plus 220 odds. Bunch of others. Will Reichard field goal over, Matt Stafford yards under, and a bunch more. Bunch of winners, couple of losers. Dart I was wrong on. We recapped it all. If you have questions, hit me in the DMs. I'm there for you on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you find me. But I'm your host, Luke Shuey. Let's dive right into Smash the Books. Week 8, Gimme Props starts now.
Dolphins at Falcons.
First game on the slate, the Miami Dolphins. That's right, the 1-5 Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons after a defeat on Sunday night against the 49ers. Where are we at in this game? It's got to be one guy and one guy only. Bijan Robinson over 90.5 rushing yards. That's right. A high line in the rushing category, like 90.5. That's like a Barkley line last year. It's an over line, guys. Last week, Bijan had a line of 77.5 yards against San Fran, put up only 40, so he had about half of his line. What do odds makers do? They increase it by about 14 yards because he's facing the Dolphins, who should get smoked in this game, keep their losing streak going. Mike McDaniel's probably not going to have a job come next week. And it's just an overline. I mean, Bijan's put up 170 already this year in a game. He can go for 100 plus fairly easily if they hand him the rock. In a game where Atlanta's winning, they love to pound the rock. Give me Bijan over here. It's the Dolphins defense. They couldn't stop Judkins to start the game last week until they finally realized the weather was bad and they should just play against the run. This week, it's in the dome. It's fine weather. All is good. Bijan going to smoke these guys. Take Robinson over 90.5 rushing yards. Thank me later. Oh, let's not forget, thank me later and book it, baby.
Jets at Bengals.
Game 2 on the slate. It is the New York Jets versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals with a massive win last week against the division rival Steelers. Told you guys that game was going to fly over. We had a max bet on Joe Flacco over 200 and I think it was about 238 yards. He put up over 300 in the matchup of the elderly, but still the studs. Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco put on a show in that game. Just want to shout out to both of those QBs. This game, I see it going a little bit differently. In fact, it's the 0-7 Jets. Cincinnati should control this game. Best play for me on this card for free for you guys, it's actually fading Joe Flacco. I know when to zig. I know when to zag. Last week over, this week under. Take under 243.5 for Flacco in the passing yards category. He's just not going to have to put up a ton of passing yards. He'll dish it around the field quite a bit. Chase Brown's going to run the rock. But the Jets, you don't have to do too much against them. And the New York secretly ranks 9th. That's top 10 in opponent passing yards because they can get ran over and they're losing every game. So teams don't have to throw up and down the field. It's Flacco. It's the under. We went over last week. We're going under this week. Let's cash and let's cash. Book it.
Browns at Patriots.
Next game on the card, we've got the Cleveland Browns heading to Foxborough, take on the Patriots. Both teams coming off a big win in Week 7. New England beating Tennessee. Cleveland handed it to Miami. Patriots are a 7-point favorite in this one. Over under at 40.5. it has to be the under for me, if anything, in this game. I know New England puts up points. They're actually averaging 26 points per game, but a lot of that's come from turnovers. A lot of it's come from special teams, defensive touchdowns, kind of inflating their numbers a little bit here. I do think that Cleveland's front will cause some havoc for Drake May. Cleveland ranks third in the NFL. They give up just 173 passing yards per game. So for me, the top look in this game is actually the under 40.5. I had to pick a prop. I was looking up some stuff. It has to be Keyshawn Boutte or Booty, however you want to call it. I'm taking under the booty. Never a bad thing to be under some booty. But he has an underline here, really strong, actually. If you look at his recent history, 43 yards against the Bills, 93 against the Saints. We got 55 against Tennessee last week. And his line drops significantly. His receiving line is actually only 29.5 yards, despite these outbursts of overs. That shows me that books strongly see a regression coming here. Let's take the booty under 29.5 receiving yards, or the under in the game overall, maybe even better yet, at under 40.5. That's a book it. That's a book it. That's a book it, baby.
Giants at Eagles.
Next up, we've got the Giants at the Eagles. I have this circled as maybe one of the best games on the card. It's at the 1 p.m. Eastern slate, but I mean, this is a pure revenge game. In fact, it's a massive, massive game for Philly here, because they just lost to these Giants on the road 34-17 2 weeks ago. Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo completely handed them a big L. Now they get back to their home turf in Philly. 7.5 point favorites, 43.5 total here expected at Lincoln Financial Field. I got to take an Eagles prop here. I really do. I think you saw at the end of last game, Bo Nix really start to air it out against the Giants defense that can be liable at times through the air. And Jalen's just been airing it out a ton lately. Last game, he barely ran the ball, which I did not expect. He had 4 carries for technically -10 rushing yards. Not a game that you often see for Jalen Hurts. I'd have to fact check. I don't know if he's ever had negative rushing yards in his career because he's so good at scrambling. That being said, he threw just 19 completions. So it only took him 19 passes to accumulate 326 passing yards against the Vikings. And now let's look at Hurts' last 3 games. 280 passing yards, 283, and 326. And then you look at rushing, 313, -10. So this is just an incredible tell here that Nick Sirianni's team is going to be a passing team moving forward. They don't pound the rock as often with Saquon this year, and they're just airing it out with success. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Barkley through the air. It's Jalen Hurts looking to be a pocket passer. I really think they're going to not only score against New York, they want to air it out. They want to make this one hurt. They want to win 34-17, if not 50-17. Give me Jalen Hurts over 210 passing yards. It's a strong play here. Take the over. Thank me later. See you at the window.
3-point spread winners posted daily on ylose.com. That's the letter Y, LOSC.com.
Bills at Panthers.
Another game I like on this card. It's the Buffalo Bills. It's the Carolina Panthers. Buffalo by a zillion, right? I mean, they're coming off 2 tough losses. They just lost now against the Patriots, 23-20. That was at home. And then they go on the road in prime time, lose to the Falcons, 24-14. So, Josh Allen, it's your time. Let's get this dub. I really like a prop here, and it's a receiving over. They're on the road in Carolina, so I do think Josh is going to have to air it out. I like Khalil Shakir in general, but I also like Keon Coleman in this game. I think both receivers look to go over here, both similar lines. If I had to pick just one, I'd take Keon Coleman over 44.5 passing or receiving yards, excuse me. And why? Because you're going to be like, oh, Keon hasn't looked that great, other than the Ravens games that opened the year where he put up 112 yards. 4 out of his last 5 games, he's gone under this. Only one time he cleared it by 1 yard. So Coleman looks cold, but books show us a sign of progression coming. It's actually in overline. So he's gone under, cleared it by a yard, under. Last week, just 11 yards receiving. And they boost his line up to 44.5. Is lower than that previously. It's an over spot for Coleman. I also like Shakir over 48.5. So this could be a game where you bet both and take Josh's over passing yards, take Allen not to throw an interception, giving you all sorts of looks here. But the official play on this game is Keon Coleman over 44.5 receiving yards. Book that shit 6 ways from Sunday.
Bears at Ravens.
We've got the Chicago Bears at 4-2. That's right. You heard it correctly. Chicago Bears are 4-2. Shout out Chicago. They're finally figuring it out, although they have had a fairly weak schedule. So I'm not going to give them too much credit. Their last 3 games were Saints, Raiders, and a Commanders team that was, not in great form and very, very injured. So credit to you, Bears. Wins are wins in the NFL, but they're now facing the Ravens, who are 1-5. And the books tell you this is a Ravens absolute gem. Take Baltimore in this. You get a 1-5 team favored by 6.5. That is a blowout written all over it, in my opinion. It's a must-win scenario for John Harbaugh and his team. And we get Lamar Jackson back most likely. I cannot confirm that at this exact moment because, if we're filming on Thursday night, looks like he's going to play. Books obviously think he's going to play with the line at 6.5. And so there's a couple looks in this game. One, Ravens minus 6.5. Take it. It's a great line. It's a smash line for Baltimore here, in my opinion. Tease them if you want to with another team, money line parlay, however you want to do it. Include the Ravens. And this is one you want to throw in your parlay as well. I'm going to just list one play. It's minus 155 odds, but throw it in a parlay. Take it straight, however you want to do it. Lamar Jackson's not going to throw an interception in this game. He's coming back. He knows he needs to play smart for his team to win. He's able to move in the pocket. He doesn't throw interceptions. Historically, over the last about year and a half, he's thrown an interception in only maybe like 25% of games. Very rare for him to throw picks. Now at home against Chicago, I don't see him doing it. So it's Lamar Jackson under 1/2 interception. Cash that ticket. Take Baltimore to win, and we will cash another one, all the way to the window. And it's transition time, baby. It's Packers time.
49ers at Texans.
Next game up. I like this one. There's a lot of good games this week. It's the Niners. It's the Texans. Texans are at home, coming off a loss where CJ Stroud looked pretty bad. It was an ugly one. They're now 2-4 on the season, but they find themselves as home favorites. Current line is minus 2.5, over under 41.5. Last week, we saw the Niners extend their record to 5-2 at home. Played really well against the Falcons. I thought their defensive front caused a lot of pressure on Michael Penix Jr. I think they're going to do the same to Stroud this week. I think it's going to cause him to escape the pocket, which he's done really well this year. In years past, he's really been more of just a pocket passer. Stroud has now gone over his rushing line in 5 of 6 games this year. We're talking, over 75% of the time here, 80+% of the time. I'm following that value until he proves that he can sit back in the pocket and start to hit his guys on quick routes. Hasn't proven it this year, but we're going to capitalize. Again, 5 of 6 games, his line's sitting at 15, over under 15. We take the over. CJ Stroud over 15 rushing yards, and watch the Texans win this game. I think the books are showing that they're just asking people to take the Niners here as road dogs, 5-2. It's Shanahan. They look good. They have McCaffrey. They're just asking people to take San Fran. So look for Houston to possibly win this game on a public fade spot here. Just saying. Just giving you my 2 cents. But where I'm at in the prop game is a Stroud over 15 rushing yards. Book it.
If you like free picks and you want more, go ahead, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click the bell. This way you never miss a free pick from the team at whylose.com.
Buccaneers at Saints.
It's the Tampa Bay Bucks taking on New Orleans Saints in NOLA. Baker Magic finally came to an end Monday night against Detroit. They're on a short week this week in terms of rest. And, they're already shorthanded to begin with. So many injuries just decimated. We're talking Jalen McMillan, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. They have no receivers left. Bucky Irving out. O-line injured. Somehow, Baker's still making it work. This is the boomer bust game of the week. I've got a boom player. I've got a bust player. We'll start with the boom. Take Tez Johnson. This youngster at wideout is going to continue to get opportunities. He had to play 70% of snaps the last 2 weeks for Tampa Bay. Started making the most of it. He's a deep threat. I mean, he's kind of a young go-getter. So give me Tez Johnson over 44.5 receiving yards. I really like that. And then the bust here, it's got to be Spencer Rattler. His line for me is an underline. He's played all right this year. I think that this is an under spot, though. Again, so it was Tez Johnson over 41.5 receiving yards. I might have misspoke there. 41.5, take the over. Rattler under 210.5 passing yards. He's cleared this line in 4 of his last 5 games. So you'd think take the over against the Tampa Bay defense, but it's not. He's barely clearing this line. I mean, he's just barely going over in games where they've gotten blown out, and he should be flying over due to garbage time. I actually think this game is going to be closely contested this week. Should be a pretty good divisional game. I like Rattler under 210.5. I have him pegged for only about 165. So that's a boom. That's a bust. That's Tez Johnson over 41.5 receiving yards. Rattler under 210.5. Parlay them together if you're feeling dicey. Do it responsibly. And guys, if you haven't tapped into my VIP player props yet, you can hit the link in description below. It's just $99 for 4 weeks. That's 1 full month of NFL. Every play, every day. Max plays included, parlays included. And if you have any questions, hit me in the DMs. I'm here for the people. I give you guys what you need, what you ask for. Let's continue to crush.
Cowboys at Broncos.
This is America's game of the week. It is the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Denver Broncos. 2 great teams, should be in the playoff picture this season. And you got to love it. It's Bo Nix. It's Dak Prescott. Should be a lot of up and down scoring. And I got a play that I really like in this game. I'm looking at Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson from Wisconsin. Shout out Ferg. I think it's an over spot here for me. It's over 40.5 receiving yards for Ferguson. I know that CeeDee Lamb's back. He's going to have, his target share, probably 10 to 13, somewhere like that, targets. But the Broncos know that. They're also going to try and shut him down, put a safety over the top. That leaves things more open for Ferguson in a game where Dak's going to drop back plenty. And the kicker here for me is what the Giants did to Denver last week from the tight end position. It wasn't the talent of Ferg. We're talking about Theo Johnson and Daniel Bellinger. These 2 guys combined for 11 targets, 6 catches, and on just 6 catches, they had 154 receiving yards. That's right. You heard that correctly, just from the tight end position. Broncos actually ranked 9th in terms of most yardage allowed to tight ends. So look for Dak to find Ferguson through the seam on short passes, convert on 3rd downs. That's Jake Ferguson over 40.5 receiving yards. One of the top looks of the day.
Titans at Colts.
Next card on the game, it's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Colts. AFC Divisional South rivalry here. I know the Colts will probably dominate this game. I think it's hard to find prop value on their team because they're just going to dominate. They're going to run the ball. They're going to pass. It's going to be a dispersed yardage game for me, in my opinion. So I'm actually looking to the other side. I'm going to back Cam Ward here. The guy's proven that he can throw the ball. He can be a pocket passer, and his line continues to go up. Ward's posted 265, 222, and 255 through the air the last 3 games. And his prop line prior was just hovering at like 180, 190, 194. It's all the way up to 204.5. I have him clearing this line. I think he should be north of 220 again because they're going to be playing from behind. And he finally has receivers that he's kind of working with. He likes Alec Iomanner. Calvin Ridley has been out with injury, but he's got guys like Tyler Lockett. Last game, he went a lot to Chimere DK out of Wisconsin. Shout out DK. And Chigo Okonkwo, that tight end position. So he's got guys to look to. He's going to be down all game. Give me Cam Ward over 204.5. Don't let me down, Cam. Represent the U.
Packers and Steelers.
This is the game we've all been waiting for. It's Carrie Underwood, Sunday Night Football. Packers at Steelers. Aaron Rodgers' revenge game. Going against his former team for the first time. It's going to be a good one. He's facing Matt LaFleur. He says there's no hard feelings. I believe him. I've always been a Rodgers fan. Of course, he maybe one of the best arms in NFL history. Anyways, this is just bound for great entertainment. I could not be more excited for Sunday night's game. We got a lot to talk through in this game. It's my ride or die game, and it's my challenge game. And I owe you guys a ride or die. The last 2 weeks, I haven't cashed it. I want to give out $200 to somebody in the comments. All you have to do is say book it. And if my pick hits in this game, someone's going to win $200. I'm going to pick someone out of the comments, DM them, show you guys that I love giving back to the community and paying it forward because you guys do so much for me. That being said, what do I like in this game? I'm going to give you two plays. I love both. Only one's going to be the ride or die. I like both quarterbacks here. We saw Aaron Rodgers deal and absolutely sling it against Joe Flacco last week in Cincinnati. I expect more of the same. I really think Aaron's going to want to have a great performance against his former team. And I think LaFleur is going to work it. This offense is due to explode. He's going to really dial up some good play calls in this game, showing how much he wants to win against, his former quarterback. So top two looks in this game, both quarterback position, both passing touchdowns. Points will be scored in this one. Take Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 passing touchdowns. That's at minus 130 odds live. And Jordan Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns at minus 120. One of those will hit. I think both hit. Could parlay them both too if you'd like. The game line, as I said, points are expected to be scored. We have an over-under at 45.5. I think it probably goes north of that by just a little bit, maybe 48 to 50 points. But the ride or die, which one is it? I don't wear this hat for nothing. It's my home squad. It's Jordan Love. He's due to ball out more than he has. Take over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Can't wait to cash that ticket with you guys and hopefully send someone $200 in the comments. All you have to do is say book it. And the challenge, I've been riding my Packers. It's been larger spreads lately. Bengals and Cardinals, both games they should have won by more. Did win. Haven't had to do anything stupid, but I'm going to keep the beer shower alive. If we don't beat the Steelers on the road, it's a 3-point spread. I'm going to pour a 6-pack of Miller Lite over myself on live camera for the people on our Monday or Thursday NFL show. That's right. Beer shower from Luke Shuey live. Gotta love it. I don't expect that to happen because I love the Packers in general. But I actually think this is probably a Steelers spot with Aaron seeking his revenge. So it's going to be a close game. That's Jordan Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns for the ride or die. Also tap in Aaron Rodgers. And we got a beer shower if the Packers don't win. Guys, love you. That is almost a wrap, but I will close things out. Book it, baby. It's time for best bets. I'm laying it all out there. I'm excited. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. I really think they show up. They've been dominating through the air. I got to ride this one to victory for you guys. The best bet is going to be Jalen Hurts over 210.5 passing yards. The deep ball's there, and if not, he's finding Goddard over the middle, Saquon for shorter throws. And I think they open this thing up. They want to beat the Giants' ass in. So we're going to capitalize on that. Take Jalen Hurts over 210.5. Smack that. That's the best bet of the show. Gave out a ton of free picks, some in every game, some multiple in some games, same game parlays, boom or bust, ride or die, best bets, beer shower challenge. We did a little bit of everything, all in probably under 30 minutes. I just want to say appreciate you guys. I want to close this out and say thank you. Had less time to prep for the show this week because I was traveling to work in Atlanta for a bit, do some content there. So it was a travel week, less time to write, but still giving you guys high quality picks. Can't wait for Sunday. VIP links in description, free pick Telegram thread in description, 3 picks every day for free. This NFL show, 1 pick every game. I love you guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation